Hello everyone and welcome back to McCaig's Movie Mayhem. I am your host Eli McCaig and today I'm going to be doing the movie review for The Running Man.
Hey buddy, you're on Freebie.
You better run! I got a grenade! Back at you.
Now, The Running Man is the newest film from Edgar Wright, which is an adaptation of the Stephen King novel and sort of a remake of sorts from the 1980s movie of the same name that starred Arnold Schwarzenegger. This time, it is starring Glenn Powell, and from what Edgar Wright has said, it is more of an adaptation of the actual book than the original movie was, which was more of an action movie type, like just straight up action movie, and this one is more of focusing on what the movie was more like. And I have to say, I've seen the original movie and I love the original movie with how much of an action movie it is. However, I have to say that I do enjoy this film with the commentary that I was trying to come across with corporations being the bad guys. You know, you'll love to see a movie where we're talking about corporations being the bad guys. And I really did enjoy the acting in the film. I think Glenn Powell does an amazing job as the main protagonist. I think Josh Brolin also does an amazing job as the main antagonist. And Coleman Domingo, whenever he's doing his thing, you love to see it. Now, for the negatives, I do have to say that there are some moments in the film where it is very heavy-handed that, oh, this is the story that we're telling, or this is the ideas that we're putting across that like, hey, this is bad, these people are bad. And while for some people that could be looked at as a negative, I do have to say that I do believe that some of those moments are very much needed because we live in a world now where the idea of who's good and who's bad is very jaded at this point, where we don't really know who is the good and who's the bad. We know that corporations aren't the greatest, but at the same time, we still appreciate some of the corporations and what they do. And this movie is very much saying, hey, yeah, people appreciate and enjoy the corporations, but this is how far we should sort of go with it. And this is sort of the evil of corporations. And again, while I enjoy a lot of the commentary, I do think some of it is a little heavy-handed, but at the end of the day, I do think it does an effective job with that commentary and with that storytelling, and especially with the public perception of you see someone and the corporations and the television and all of them are saying, this person is a bad person, everything about this person is bad, whereas in reality, there's more nuances to just, this person is bad. There's more to go with this characterization of this person. And I think this movie does a really great job of showing, hey, we shouldn't just be automatically saying, this is everything you should believe, everything that you see on TV, everything is correct on TV. And this movie does a very great job of showing the dichotomy of this is what you should believe and this is what you shouldn't believe. And I think this movie does a really great job as well as showing the manipulation of TV, because there are many moments in this film where the main character, played by Glenn Powell, said something in the film and then the corporations just completely fabricate it, like uses AI or whatever to completely change the meaning of what he was saying, and even changing everything he's saying entirely, which in my opinion is another great commentary of, with the way the world is right now and the direction it is going, AI can really change what anyone is saying. And I think this movie does a really great job of using that commentary. And there are moments where there are certain characters that I think could have been fleshed out a little bit more. And there are a few moments in the movie where I just thought, oh, that's convenient that that character is existing, or that's convenient that that's happening over there. And I just think that there are just some muddy parts of the film. However, I still very much enjoy the film. I think this is a very strong remake and adaptation of the Running Man novel. I very much look forward to seeing what Edgar Wright does next, and I'm also looking forward to seeing what Glenn Powell does next. So overall, I do highly recommend that people go out and watch this film, because I give this film a 3.5 out of 5 stars, a 7 out of 10. Next week, I'm going to be hopping back into the movie musical sphere as I do the movie review for Wicked for Good. But until then, I have been Eli McCaig, you've been the audience, and I hope you all remember to watch movies.